Howdy everybody, I've got Charlie from Warlord with me again. Charlie.
From our sins. Yeah, okay, yeah, hi, yeah.
And he's going to be taking me through Cruel Seas. We're going to be doing a scenario from the Cruel Seas rulebook.
Yeah.
Using kit that comes in the starter set.
We are indeed.
So everything you're going to see on the table in front of us, as I'll mention later on, comes from that starter set, barring some of the extra kit that Charlie's brought with him.
Just to make it look pretty.
Yeah, just to make it look pretty. So what are we going to be playing? You're going to be taking me through a Destroy the Convoy?
That's it, that? Yeah, Destroy the Convoy. So I'm looking to get my tanker from this side of the board off that side of the board.
Cool.
And you're looking to sink my tanker.
Right.
So you imagine it's carrying vital supplies, whatever they could be, to whoever it needs to be carried out to, and you're trying to stop me from getting there.
Cool. So you're going to be playing the Germans, transporting.
Indeed, yeah.
And I am the British coming in.
Vospers.
The British Vospers coming in to sink you.
Indeed.
So there's going to be lots of gunfire, lots of torpedoes.
We hope so.
Lots of high rolls.
You hope so. I really don't.
Okay, so and this is part of this. So in the rule book you get a collection of scenarios to kind of get you playing, get you learning, ones that you can just play anyway.
You do, yeah. So the rule book's broken down to sort of basic rules at the start, taking you then through a couple of scenarios using those basic rules. And then you go from there to the advanced rules, and then there's some more sort of advanced scenarios thereafter. But there's everything from just a straight up sink each other's ships, to beach landings, to escorting convoys, targeting some land targets and stuff like that. So there's a mix of everything in the scenarios.
So that's cool. I prefer the sort of scenarios to the all-out fights. So I have never played this game before, so probably going to make some mistakes. Hopefully Charlie will pull me up on those. And also, we're probably going to take a minute to talk about my new favourite thing in the wargaming hobby, which is the Army Painter's laser pointer.
Yes,
for measuring.
He's like a cat with laser pointers. It's just.
So that's cool too. So yeah, if you've been interested in Cruel Seas, if you've seen the box set, if you thought about giving it a go, have a look. We'll cover the basic rules, the way the game works, the basic mechanics. And hopefully it'll be good fun.
Yeah.
So I've never played a naval warfare game.
There you go, yeah.
Battleships.
That doesn't count.
Not historically accurate.
Maybe, I don't know, but battleships, because it was based on something.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So we're going to, using the magic of cameras, give you a nice view of the board, going to get the cool dice cam and everything. So I guess, we may as well get into it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm ready to go. I've been ready for the last 30 seconds, but you keep waffling.
Yeah, cool. Harsh edit time. So Charlie has laid the table out for us now. Charlie, all of this has come from, largely all of this has come from the starter set.
It has indeed, yeah. So everything bar the dice bag, the neoprene mat, and my lovely piece of headland here that I've made out of upholstery foam.
Yeah, cool. So otherwise, everything that we're going to be playing with and everything that we're going to do, you can do if you have purchased the starter set.
Yes, yeah. So assuming nobody's ever played any Warlord games before, I'm going to talk you through the basics of how we're going to work out the turns, who's going to go first, what the cards are, and so on and so forth. So you'll notice that you've got 4 Vospers down the side here. You've got 2 early and 2 mid-war. So there's your 2 early, there's the cards and the stats for them, and there's your 2 mid-war. Now you'll notice on the back of their wake markers, you've got dice.
Yep.
So grab each of those dice and chuck them in the bag for me. You've got 4. I've got 2 for my S-boats.
So this is a system that Warlord games use a lot.
Yes.
So I know what we're doing with this.
So it's going to be random activations. So the first dice to come out of the bag goes first, so it's mine.
Okay.
So as we look at the cards, you'll notice you've got a lot of information on there.
Yeah.
The most important thing is your hull points in that red circle, and then the sliders that you've got at the top and bottom.
Red circle, where's it? Oh, okay, hull points 35, 35, 40 and 40.
There you go. And your sliders are already set at 35, 35, 40 and 40. Okay. And when you're taking hull points, when you're taking damage, you're just going to be sliding them down. Okay. Sliding them down. So it's 10s on the bottom and single denominations across the top there.
Okay.
Okay, so the way a turn works is you choose your ship you're going to activate.
Yep.
I'm going to go sensible, and I'm going to place my activation on the tanker, because I don't want to give anything away yet. I feel like if I just get the tanker moving, the aim of the game is for me to get the tanker from here off that side of the board.
Yep.
And you've just got to try and destroy the tanker, stop me from getting it off the board.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of ships to escort,
Yeah.
and then you've got your 4 Vospers to try and sort of do me some damage.
Yeah, easy.
So I'm moving at full speed at the moment, and the full speed for the tanker is 15 centimetres.
So you start at full speed.
So I'm starting at full
scenario.
speed, yes,
Okay.
yeah. So I get to move a full 15 centimetres. I could break it up into thirds, so I could move 5, turn, move another 5, turn, move another 5, and perform a turn if I want to. But what I want to do is I just want to get him steaming ahead.
So yeah. With the turning mechanic in this, you can only turn every third of your movement.
It's third of your full movement.
movement,
Yes, yeah. And because he's moving at full speed, that's him done. So I stick the dice on his wake so that I know he's gone.
Yep.
I've got the wake slid out at full speed, so we know they're just there to track the speed of your boats or ships, depending on what size they are.
Yep.
They also do form a nice mechanic. So if you were to try and cross the wake of the large ship with one of your small ships, there's a chance you could veer off course.
Okay.
Cool. Because my wake is bigger than your wake, so to speak.
Okay.
So next size of the bag is one of the British ones.
Right. Okay. So I can activate any of mine,
Any one of those, yeah. You're all moving at combat speed,
which is 24 centimeters.
24 for the early war and
26
for the Mark 1.
So I'm probably going to want these guys up because they have more firepower, right?
So you've got extra torpedoes in those guys.
Yep.
You do have a punchier gun, and then you have some machine guns in the wheelhouse, which is where the wheel is.
So 26 for these.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm basically going to.
You can stick 2 together. You can use
I
one
just
and
noticed
just
that
move
they
so many
jigsaw
they do.
together.
Yeah. So that you've got a full. Yeah.
Yeah. So. How could I jigsaw them the correct way, wouldn't it?
Which is why there's a tape measure on the table.
So these are my late war ones.
Yeah, so the ones at the far side there are the late war. So imagine I'm escorting Rommel's lunch and food provisions.
Right.
You are trying to intercept that. I've kind of picked up, I know you're there now. So I'm aware of you coming in, hence the reason my tank is sped up trying to sort of get away, and then I've got my 2 S-boats in reserve.
So it's 24. So I have to do the maths myself now to turn this into thirds.
Yeah, so 24 no, because 24 because you're moving combat speed, you're just going to half it.
Oh, it's half, so 12, so I turn every 12.
Yes. You can go up to full speed if you want to.
Oh, yeah, because these guys go up to 36.
Yes,
these guys, no, these guys up to 39, so I'm turning on every 13.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I line this up with what?
With the front, with the
very front of the boat?
Yeah, front of the
the ship, the boat.
Boat. Load of torpedo boats, MTBs.
My first 13 is to here.
Yeah.
And then my next 13 is obviously going to be it's the full distance of the 26.
Yeah.
So at the 26 mark, I can then use this turning angle.
You can, yeah. So you've got up to, you've got the red turning angle on the Vospers, so you've got up to 45 degrees.
Oh, okay. So if I line up the red angle with the back of my ship.
Yeah, you'll also notice there's an angle on the wake marker as well. So
there is.
You can either use the wake or the ruler to...
So do I turn... I turn like that corner.
Turn in from the rear of the ship, that's it.
Yeah.
Within that 45 degree arc, so that'd be fine.
So
you could, if you wanted to, go up to full speed now and move another 13 centimeters forward. Right, but at the moment you're traveling at combat speed.
Yeah. So if I elect to move another 13 from here, that will just be a case of popping that in line with the back of the
front or back. It's entirely, as long as you're consistent. It doesn't really matter whether you do it from the front or the back.
And that's to that 13 there.
Yes, yeah. So and if you wanted to, you've got another up to 45 degrees to turn.
I don't think I need to yet. No. But now I'm stuck at moving full speed or one below, right?
Yes, yeah. So your twin 20 on the front of the MTB there has a range of 50 centimeters.
Right, okay.
I'm going to say you're just out.
I would imagine so.
Not inches, centimeters. 50 inches, you'd be fine. You might.
I could take a pop.
You might, I'll give you that. Okay, so you'll find on the first ruler, which is quite handy. You've got all the stats on the back, or the what do you want to call it? The common gun modifiers.
Yeah. So that's that.
So we know you're over half range.
Yep.
So you're starting. You need a 5 or less on your D10. So we've got the D10 there.
Okay.
5 or less to begin with. You're then going down to...
So first of all, I've got to roll under a 5 to see what's going to happen.
No.
Oh, okay.
So you've got 5 or less. That's going to go down to a 3 or less because it's -2 for over half range.
Nice.
Have you moved? You moved at full speed, so you're going over 30 centimeters.
Yeah.
So
I have to roll a 1.
You're down to a 2. You're down to a 1. Yeah, well, a 1 now. Target's not moved too fast, but it's a large ship, so it goes back up to a 3.
Okay. Oh, 3 or 2.
So it's going to be a 3 or less.
3 or less.
2 or less. Sorry,
2 or less. So
yeah.
1 or 2, and I hit. 3.
3. No, so you don't. But
Okay, so just
but what it does do.
Oh yes, it creates this plume. now.
Yeah. So anything 20 mil or larger cannon, round, whatever you want to call it, is going to leave a plume behind.
So this plume mechanic.
Yes.
Every time you miss a shot, you create a plume.
You do.
Water.
Yeah.
The more there are, the more accurate you get.
Yes. So once there's 3 plumes on there, for example, 1, 2, 3, it makes it easy to hit by +1, I believe.
Yeah.
For 3 plumes or more, it's +1. Yeah.
So the idea of that is you can see your shots hitting.
Yeah.
And you can.
Yes. Now, obviously, at the end of the turn, they disappear because water doesn't stay in the air forever.
Yeah.
Or as soon as the ship moves, then obviously they become redundant anyway. So, but he's already activated, so it's a good time to start getting getting plumes on the ship.
Okay.
So that. Are you done with your activation? So you've got this guy's got 4 torpedoes he can drop in the water.
Oh, as well.
Yeah, he can drop 2 at a time.
I will wait until I'm a bit closer.
Are you sure? Because they've got to move at least 15 centimeters to activate,
That is true.
and then they move 40 centimeters around.
You can do a lot of stuff in one turn. So I've moved, I've shot, and I can shoot again.
You can still drop your torpedoes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Now, the only thing I will say is we know that it was just 50 centimeters to the front of the ship.
Yeah.
So dropping your torpedoes, it might be a tad too soon.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get too much closer
And then
because
overshoot. Plus, he has to move at least 26 next time.
he could drop down to combat speed next turn still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wait for now.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So you pop the dice on his wake so that we know he's activated.
Yep.
And then the next one's going to be another British one.
Ace. So I'll crack on with this dude.
Yep.
Can I turn at the very start of my movement?
No, it's always after your first initial
13.
thing. So yeah, your first 13.
So he's moving at 26 at the moment. So I'm picking this up already.
But he can move 13 and then make a move, like make a turn.
So I'm going to take him to 13.
Yeah.
Should be on this side of him really for this. That was him at 13.
You really only need the one ruler because every time you move and make a turn, you can just take it out and put it in front of you again.
He turns in line with that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the red one, isn't it?
It's the red one, yeah. So you get up to 45.
So he basically turns there. Am I doing this right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's perfect.
And then the extra
You got another 13.
13 to go. Takes him to there.
The beauty of targeting obviously the big ship, the tanker with your torpedoes, is you know it's only going to move 15 centimeters a turn.
So I don't want to move any further, and I don't want to use my torpedoes just yet.
So he's only moved combat speed, so you want to slide that up to combat rather than full speed.
Oh, it shows the speed they go.
Yes, yeah.
Combat speed, yeah.
It's another British one.
Another British.
Yeah. So all the initiative.
These guys are moving.
They're centimetres slower, I believe.
Yeah, 24. So
they're 12 centimetres, yeah.
Wait, am I going to crash into my own
You want to be real careful that does not happen.
These have got a smaller turning circle as well. They're the yellows, aren't they?
They're still red, but I'd maybe move the other one first. Because again, like you say, you don't want to be giving yourself friendly targets to go crashing into.
So he moves 20...
12.
12, sorry.
So you definitely don't want to move from 20.
12. So to here. And
Yeah.
he absolutely needs to move.
He definitely does need to make a turn.
So that's done from the back of the boat.
It is, yeah. From the stern.
And then he just, like that.
Pivots on the stern, yeah.
Okay. He's so going to crash.
But he's got another 12 to move, so he can carry on.
So he needs to increase his speed as well.
He can certainly increase his speed if you want to.
He's going to go from here to another 12.
Yeah.
Takes him to here.
Now, if you wanted to, you could probably straighten him up a little bit to come sort of directly to my nose, as it were.
Because I don't have to do the entire turn, do I?
No.
So if I put that here,
yes, it's up to 45.
I can turn him like that.
You can, yeah. Just
And
obviously,
continue on the next
you've
12.
got the line of your existing ship there.
Yeah.
You want to just make sure that, and you're well out of the way there.
So the next 12. Now he's at top speed.
He's at full speed now, yeah. Do you want to try and have a shot? Because you've got a 20 mil on the front of this one. It's only a single 20 rather than twin 20.
Is there like a arc he has to be within?
It's so the front. You'll notice on the cards.
Yeah.
It will denote the arc, so it's 270 degrees. The natural rule is you just can't shoot through your own wheelhouse,
right?
Because obviously that would be madness.
Of course. Last time I did that, it was terrible.
We had to wash your ashore, didn't we? So, right. So, is he within range? Did you check that?
Yes, he can shoot you in the front.
Just okay. So it's going to be the same as last time.
So two
or less.
Two or lower.
Ooh, 10 to 10. Not a 0.
I nearly thought it was a 0. Okay.
No, because D10s. Okay, so he's done that, but he can also drop some fish in the water if he wants to now.
So he will.
It might be, I was going to say, it might be worth it for this guy.
Yeah.
You don't have to drop them both.
Have to move forward anyway.
Yes.
I'm going to drop them both. I'm going to say it's this dude.
Yeah, that's fine.
So these are nice little torpedoes. I didn't realise that these were 3D.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they're cool, aren't they?
So I thought they were just not 3D.
Rather than being punch-out tokens, they come on a sprue.
That's really cool.
Do we have a sprue of them kicking about? I think we did.
Possibly.
It might be over there, it might not
We'll
be.
have a look at them later in the console.
But yeah, so when you're dropping the fish in the water, they're coming out the front of the tubes, so you put the tail of the torpedo to the roughly to where the front of those tubes are.
Yeah, right there and there?
No, the tubes, the actual tubes.
Oh, these.
That's them, yeah. So and they were literally, it was fire them, boom, and they would just drop in the water. Yeah. You can angle them up to 30 degrees. So, I mean, that one could, if you wanted to, go virtually straight ahead.
And then this one's going to go...
And then, obviously, you've got a laser line here, so if you wanted to check it.
And where's this one going?
Yeah, and then this one's going to go about there.
Can I angle it more this way?
You could probably get it, just about. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Sweet.
Others wouldn't, but one of a demo game, let's do it. Okay, so basically when you drop your torpedoes, they land in the water.
Yeah.
They don't move until you activate that ship again.
Okay.
If the ship's destroyed before they move, they just move at the start of the next turn.
Okay, so they're in the water.
So they're in the water, yeah. Fish are away. Right, it's another German one, finally. Okay, so I've got an S100 and an S38, so I've got one with more guns and one with a few less. They have got 2 torpedoes each, but I can't hit your small ships with torpedoes. The draft is too shallow.
Right.
So you're not a viable target for my torpedoes. So I'm cruising at 15 centimetres at the moment. 15 centimetres, so 14 centimetres for this guy. At slow speed, but I'm probably going to bring him up to combat speed, I think. That would seem a sensible thing to do. But whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to bring him round a little bit towards you.
Okay.
Because I've got some guns to bear. So that's me up at combat speed.
And now you can shoot at me too.
And now I can shoot at you too. What I'm going to do before I finish that, I am going to turn back round a wee bit because I want to see if I can bring some of my other guns on you. So I'm combat speed. So on the front I've got a single 20, in the centre I've got a twin 20, and then on the rear I have a quad 20. Which is so all the different variations of a 20mm.
No, because you can shoot things that are behind you, either side of you, and the front, depending on what gun you use.
As long as you're not, like I say, firing through that wheel arc. So that wheelhouse. So I'm just all right with that one. Front one's fine. Rear one's fine. It just depends whether they're in range or not.
So you have got yourself in a position where you can shoot with every gun on your boat.
Yes, yeah. And it looks like I can shoot with everything. It's all long range. You're a small ship, so I might not actually be able to make the shot. So we start at the top, long range, so I'm down to 3 or less. My crew are just regular. I've not moved at full speed or over 30, so I'm okay. So no modifiers there. Target vessel has moved over 24 centimetres. So I'm down quickly, to a 2 now. No, I'm down to a 1. Because you're a small ship, I'm down to 0. So I'm not going to. I won't be able to make the shot.
Physically can't make
Can't make that shot because you're just too small for me to see.
Too small, moving too quick.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is the beauty of the Vospers. So it's going to be me. I've got my next guy to go. He's going to power up and get shifting because I want to get out in front of my tanker.
Oh, okay.
So this guy's a bit slower. He's only moving 13 centimetres. He's going to move another 13. And I'm going to take him up to full speed as well.
Okay.
And that's him done. I don't really want to turn yet because I'll be turning right in front of my big tanker and that would be a disaster.
Okay. Which means the last dice out the bag
It is yours.
is mine. And I rolled a 6.
So he's moving at combat speed, or he should have been moving at combat speed.
Yeah, which is, I forgot now, 24.
Yeah.
I'm so going to crash into all of my own ships.
So weave your way through there.
Yeah, so he's going to move 12.
Yeah.
Then he's going to have to do his turn from the rear.
You don't want to turn obviously too much because
Yeah.
you have got a good space between there and there.
Yeah. I'm
It's just-
going to have to make him sort of come alongside this dude.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then go another 12 to there.
There you go. You're just leaving him at combat speed.
Yeah, I'm worried that because these guys are all going to end up crashing.
Yeah. Well, don't forget to get the wake under him, mark him at combat. And then I probably presented a closer target at least, or certainly close enough for your single 20mm cannon on the front.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Was it 50?
50 centimetres. It's should be just within, I think.
I would say maybe not.
This guy is definitely within.
Oh, just, yeah.
Yeah. Cool, so it's going to be the same again, looking for a 2 or less.
2 or less, here we go.
Oh,
3.
so close. No cigar.
Is it technically so close?
Well, it's not. Technically, it could have been any one of the other numbers.
It could have been a 9. I guess it's all as close as it would
True,
have
yeah.
been.
Are you dropping any fish in the water off this guy?
Yes. I'm going to drop both of his as well.
Yeah, I think that's sensible.
So both his torpedoes are dropping down. That one is going to go here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one. Can my torpedoes hit each other?
No.
Okay, that one will go here. I'm putting a little angle to the left on this one.
Yeah, that seems a sensible thing to do.
Yeah.
Cool, so everything's activated.
Yep.
That's the end of round 1.
Okay, cool. So that concludes me getting into position, dropping torpedoes, and attacking. So I've come in and I've assaulted you already.
Yeah, you're good to go.
And you're still pootling across.
Yeah, that's what you want to call it. Yeah.
With your sandwiches.
So what we'll do is we'll gather the dice in, we'll tidy the table up, and we'll start with the next turn.
Cool.
So, yeah, Rich has just pointed out my mistake of allowing him to launch some torpedoes when his vessel is moving at full speed. Now, because they're in the water, we're going to let him off. It's a demo game. We want to see what torpedoes can do because when they go off, they can be devastating. But it is a big if because there's a very small percentage of torpedoes actually worked during World War II. In fact, 80% were duds.
Wow. Because of poor maintenance?
Poor maintenance, poor manufacturing, because they were making them as quickly as they could to get them out. And then they were never tested because they were too expensive to test.
Right, and once you tested them...
Well, it's gone. Yeah.
It's not like you can go, alright, cool, put it in.
No, it's one use only. So a lot of them would just hit the side of the ship, you'd hear an audible bong, and then it would just sink away to the depths.
Everyone would collect their pants again.
Okay. So we're about to go into the next turn. We're looking.
To clarify first of all, those can be fired when you're moving at slow.
Slow combat.
So not full speed.
But not at full speed. Yes. Yeah. So I'll let you off one, so I won't let it happen again. Right. I don't know if it's most sensible to move the tanker or not because of where these things are.
Well, is the tanker going at full speed as well?
It is at the moment.
So it has to move a little, doesn't it?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I might activate another ship first. So I'm going to go with my combat speed S100, and he's going to move.
So in this situation, you could be forced into moving your tanker before I loose my torpedoes.
Yes.
Which could put you in a pretty nasty situation.
It could. I mean, I almost want to see them coming to see if I can get down the centre of them.
Right.
Quite a valid tactic during the war was to try and guide your ship in between torpedoes.
Okay.
Obviously, when they're travelling quite shallow, you could see where they were. It's only as they moved from further distances do they start to dip and sink. So I'm going to move this guy first. Move him is first. What is he? He's 14 centimetres. I'm going to stick a little turn on.
So they go quite fast. For
They could. The Germans had superior engineering, as you'd expect. So I'm going to carry on at combat speed. Move another 14.
Are you going to ram me?
No, I don't.
Someone's going to get rammed in this.
Don't want to do any ramming. If it happens, it happens. But it's not my intention.
Okay.
Plus, I painted this one really pretty, so I don't want to sink it. I certainly don't want you to be able to sink it either. So, okay, so I'm definitely closer in range now. Who's the closest? Is anybody within 25?
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably quite.
But I'm not worried about these guys. These guys have already dropped their torpedoes, so I'm after this chap with his 4 unloosed torpedoes.
Yeah, he's got 40 hull points. You've got to do a lot of damage.
I have, and I don't think...
He's got an out of action token on him at the moment. I'm sure he's
not. I don't recall putting that on there, I swear. I can't hit you with the twin because it's going to go through the wheelhouse, but I can hit you with a single, and I can hit you with the quad on the back.
So actually on the model, the wheelhouse here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a good indication. If you're shooting through the wheelhouse, you probably can't make the shot.
So anyone who's seeing the little laser, wrong way around, that's appearing on the table, like this is, it's an army painter target lock, which is actually really cool.
It's great for this game.
How much does this cost?
I think they're about 11, 12 quid or something.
Yeah.
They're not expensive.
That's ace.
It's a good shot. It's great for line of sight. Any game, whether you're playing bolt action, Cruel Seas.
Why would you play?
And other mentionable games.
Other games are.
Right, come on, you're trying to put me off my stride here. I want to have a shot at this little Vosper. So I've got 5 or less.
Yep.
I'm under half range, so that's fine. No modifiers there. I've moved at 26 centimetres, 28 centimetres, so I'm still within my limits there. You're moving at full speed.
Okay.
So it's -1, so I'm down to -4. So down to 4 or less, and now down to 3 or less because you're a small ship.
At what point in this game is it easy
when you slow down and I get closer?
Right.
But I did hit with one.
Yeah,
you know what I didn't do though? I didn't say that the red one was the quad.
Yeah,
and the balloon was the twin. So
I'll let you have that.
No, look, I'm just going to say I hit with the small gun.
Hit with the quad. It's more interesting.
Okay, so the way 20mm cannons work is you get 3 dice for a 20mm, and then you get an extra dice for every additional barrel.
Right.
So because it's a quad, I'm getting another 3.
Yeah.
Is you still happy to go with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and this is the damage that I do. Cool, so 6, 10, 16, 19
I'm
points.
I'm sure 2 of those were ones.
that
rolled over as you moved.
All right, okay, look. There you go, look.
We'll know from the replay
18.
camera.
18 hull points,
Yeah.
so slide your slider down. But what's quite exciting is I rolled a 6.
So because I started on 40,
yeah,
I'm going to go down to 30 for the 10.
yeah.
Then I'm going to put it onto the 20s and put this down to...
2.
Is it?
Because it was 18, so yeah.
So I've got 22 hull points.
22 hull points left.
Okay.
So yeah, these experts are quite punchy. And I did roll a 6. So 6s on your dice rolls to damage from anything of a 20mm caliber or higher is a critical hit.
Right.
So there's a critical hit table. I roll a d10. I do 10.
Oh, that's probably going to be bad.
Which is really bad. It's a torpedo hit. So on a 5 or a 6, the torpedo cooks off on board.
4.
Oh, lucky. So no.
So it would have blown up my torpedo.
It would have done another 8d6 damage.
Oh, which probably would have sunk me.
Which probably would have sunk the ship.
Yeah.
But you got away. You got away lightly with that. I did miss once. So I do put down a single plume.
Okay. And your other plume was cleared off because we started the round.
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
cool.
Yeah. So that's that activation done.
Who's up next?
It's another German one.
Ooh.
It's not what I wanted. It
isn't, is it?
No. Right, okay, so this guy's still moving at full speed. He's going to continue, but he's going to get himself ahead and start shifting. He's at 13 centimetres. Stick a wee turn on.
Using him as a human shield.
I don't think it really works, you know. There you go, 13. He's going to drop down to combat speed because he wants to have a pop at you too. Right, okay, so let's check my range. With the...
What are you doing?
Sorry, that's cheating is what I was doing. 25 centimetres. So the front gun's within half, the rear gun isn't. Right. So the rear gun's
just dragged my down closer.
Terrible, terrible. I've got a 37mm on the back.
German skyhooks that they had.
So the 37's going to be the red,
right.
The 20mm going to be the blue. The blue's going to be on 5. This guy's moved at full, so it's going to be on 3 or less. Because it dropped -2, 1 for the small and 1 for your full speed.
Yep.
And then the other one's going to be a 1. In fact, I can't. No, the other one I can't hit because it's over half range.
Wow.
It's -1 for your speed and -1 for being small.
I'm liking these.
So no, it's a 1.
These are really nice little handy on the ruler.
So I need a 1 on the red or a 3 or less on the blue.
Okay.
No, nothing.
Shame you didn't do them the other way around.
It is indeed. It is indeed.
Because you would have maybe hit one.
Hit with 1.
That's a 2 misses on that. So the next shot on him is more accurate.
I think I moved this torpedo a little bit as well, you know.
I think I checked it a minute ago. It was going to miss your ship.
Along the front.
It was going to go just shy of the front of it.
There you go, yeah.
So yeah, and then this one was going to hit, and then this one appears to have changed direction for some reason.
Probably knocked it. You can move that slightly. I'll let you.
This is like the.
They need a bit of tack on the bottom just to make them less.
Put some
sticky.
textured paint on the bottom.
I was just thinking of a sticky back tape. You know?
That, yeah.
Double-sided tape.
Just cover the tape and Velcro.
No, because then it'll clip the mat.
I was about to roll that. So.
The sensible one to activate would be. I was going to say you've got 2 plumes on that one, but I've got no more ships left to shoot at you, so you're quite safe now.
So you can throw sandwiches at me.
I could throw some sand. I could throw Rommel's lunch at you, but.
So I'm going to use him. Yeah. Because he's got a plume on him anyway, but you can't shoot me anyway.
Yeah.
He's going to drop down to combat speed.
Makes sense. So that's what 26 on him, isn't it? He's the late.
He is, yeah. So he's going to go 13 and then 13 again. Can I drop the torpedoes at any point in the move?
No, torpedoes are always at the end, but you can choose to shoot when you get alongside if you prefer.
Which I think. So that's the first move.
Yeah. You can say I'm continuing. Obviously, you're going to continue at combat speed, but if you wanted to, you could shoot at that point. You could also move a bit closer, so you could turn into me slightly, because you've got a 45 to turn in.
So I'm going to turn that much.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably be better off.
Yeah, definitely. You're going to be close to within 5 centimetres, which is point blank.
And that's 13 again to here.
Yeah.
I can also drop torpedoes there and shoot at you. So what order should I be doing that in?
It's always shooting first. Torpedoes are always the last thing you do.
Okay.
So you're at combat speed. Do you want to check that range for the twin 20? I think you're probably within. You're going to be as close to 5 centimetres as you can get. Yeah, you're within 5 centimetres. So, can I pinch that one? Because it's got the things in the back. So
can I hit you with everything?
You've got 2 machine guns in the wheelhouse as well.
Yeah,
so
they've got 360 degree.
Yeah, so the machine guns we're going to call the blues.
Oh, I've got 4 torpedoes as well, haven't I?
Yeah, you can't throw torpedoes.
Go on, man.
Heave ho.
Wait for it to drop out and have someone shunt it.
We say it's machine guns in the wheelhouse, but it could be a guy with a grenade.
Okay.
It could be throwing the pots and pans out there.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a machine gun.
The pots and pans wouldn't do as much damage.
No, they wouldn't. Well, I suppose if you threw them like right down into the rudders and stuff.
It's got your cooking in it. Poison them.
I can see that tumbleweed blowing out outside there. Okay, so you're within close range. So you go from a 5 up to a 7.
Hey, I can hit probably.
You should be able to hit.
So
you're moving at combat speed, so there's no modifiers for your speed.
Yep.
There's no modifiers for mine. No, there is, because I've moved 28, so you're back down to 6.
Anything below a 6.
But other than that, it's a 6 or less.
So this the 2 machine guns?
Yeah,
first?
everything's going to be 6
Oh.
or less, because machine guns are the same.
Red is for the one that isn't machine gun?
Yes, red's for the 20. The twin
Blue's
20.
the machine guns?
Yeah.
6 or less? Here we go. 3, 2 and then 8. So one of the machine guns
Machine gun misses, so the
somehow.
machine gun, I believe, is just a single dice. It is, yeah. So 1d6 for the machine gun.
That's how much damage the machine gun does?
4d6... 4? 4d6 for the 20. Ooh, dear.
11, 15.
15.
No, wait. 16.
16, so 20.
Yeah. What?
Because you did 4.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
So that drops me down to 45 hull points.
Nice.
And you got a 6.
Oh, so I get to roll
So
on
you
the...
don't get crits for machine guns.
Oh.
But you do get crits for 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're rolling D10.
D10, these are D10s?
Yeah, I have got torpedoes on board. Oh no! On a 5 plus, the torpedo cooks off on board.
Oh, you got lucky.
But yeah, you did 20 points of damage. Is respectable for a little Vosper with some machine guns and a twin 20.
Nearly blew your torpedo, which would have been hilariously
It
great.
would have sucked, yeah.
And now, as I'm triumphantly speeding past you and giving you all of the flip-offs I'm going to drop
The British, the raise of the tea mug and...
Give you a nod.
General Pep?
Yeah. All torpedoes are going to go into the water now.
Only 2 though, you can only
yeah.
drop 2 torpedoes, unless you're a veteran crew. Veteran crew could lose, I think, more than 2.
A lent on a plume. That goes away, doesn't it? Because he's really
Yeah, plume's gone because he's scared.
Now,
Now,
lasers.
we've not said previously, but torpedoes have got to move 15 centimetres to become armed. If they collide within 15, then they're not classed as having arms, they'll just hit and sink.
Which is quite likely.
It's still okay.
Yeah.
Well, even then I'm going to struggle to close that gap.
Yeah. So, can I borrow the laser?
You can do.
Let's see which way these took. Wrong way. So that torpedo is going to go that way. You have no choice but to go in front of that.
Yeah, I'm going to struggle to miss these.
Yeah. And
Those 2 have got a better chance of getting down the front of, I think.
they're all pointed at you quite nicely.
And what I shoot that dice on the back of there, what I'm hoping for is not my dice out the back. No, it's alright, I'm safe.
Fantastic. This chap. Dropping. Oh, he's already at combat speed.
Yeah.
So he's just going to happily move. That's kind of forward there. It's 13, isn't it?
Yeah. You might,
13.
a sensible thing might be to stop him at slow speed.
Yeah.
Because if you get too close and you drop your torpedoes, they move 40 centimetres each turn.
Yeah.
So there's a chance you would drop them, they would go past me.
Yeah.
If you got too close, they would come past me and I'd just sail away. Whereas if you drop them now,
Yeah, good point.
40 centimetres has still got a good chance of
And I've still got
clipping
a
me.
good chance of hitting you. Oops, I'm just...
Yeah. And to be fair, the torpedoes are your best chance of sinking a ship because of how much damage they can do.
Knocked everything. Okay, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot at you. Cause
I should be within. I should be well within 25. Yeah. So 25, and then the machine guns on the front would be fine as well.
So I'm going to hit. It's going to be the same again.
Well,
then,
no,
but
because you're
hard
going
roll.
slow speed, so it goes up to 7s.
Yep.
You're at slow speed, so it goes up to an 8 or less.
8 or less. Okay.
The slower you go, the easier it is to
Yep.
get a bead on something. Target speed's moved over, so that's gone back down to a 7. But
so
it's
both my machine guns can shoot at you.
yes, because they're 360 degrees.
Yeah.
It's like I say, it's effectively a guy in the wheelhouse with a machine gun.
Yeah. And then my 20mm cannon at the front
Yes.
is also going to shoot.
Twin 20 as well. So
So-
red for the twin 20.
And blue for the machine
Yeah,
guns.
it's all 7 or less.
7 or less.
Yeah.
3, 7, and 6.
All hit.
Sweet.
So 2 machine guns, roll them separately because you know you can't score crits from those.
Just as well. Snake
2,
eyes.
yeah.
2 damage from machine gun.
And then you've got a twin 20, which is going to be 4d6 again.
Sweet. 1 crit.
Ouch.
That's a lot of damage.
19, 20, 21 damage.
And one of them crits, so I get to roll on the crit table.
Yeah, but I'm going to warn you, I'm down at 24 hull points now on this guy.
Okay.
This is feeling...
And it's a 3.
no, it's a d10.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's
I'll roll it on the
again.
dice tray. Yeah, get it on the dice tray.
one.
It's a 1
not
engine
good.
hit.
Oh, okay.
Every engine hit reduces the maximum movement of the target by a third, so I can now only move up to combat speed. I can't go full speed anymore.
Should have seen my dice
So-
rolling the other day in one of these. I missed about 10 in a row.
There's a lot of tokens in the
Okay.
in the set.
Yep.
And you're basically just going to pop them on your card. So if I just pop the card in here, so
Yep.
people can kind of see where I'm at. Down to 24 hull points. I've got an engine hit, so I'll pop that on the engine status. And I'm good to go. I'm all right at combat speed.
How
I can
much does
live
that
with
reduce you? It stops you going at full speed then?
It stops me from being able to go to full speed. If
Oh,
you get another engine hit,
Yeah.
then I could end up being down to slow speed.
Okay.
Um,
And that is...
well, you've got some fish to drop if you want.
Again?
He's not dropped
Wait,
any.
oh yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to drop some...
So he's still got his full complement
These aren't
of...
actually fish.
No, that's what they call them now.
Okay.
I'm using
Proper
historically
terminology.
correct.
Yeah. I'm going to need this.
Yeah,
one.
you're definitely going to want your
This
rates on
this
that.
game really does warrant it. Well, it'll just go straight through.
And the higher you hold it up, Rich, the longer the line will be. Look at
Yeah.
that.
That's physics for you.
That's probably a bit too far over, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's always fun is once they're away, you notice how far apart they actually were.
Yeah, because of the angle of them both. I
Yeah.
suppose. That's just going to whiff all the way over there.
It's I still could end up in front of it.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
You've got 2 turns before that's going to be
Yeah.
close to hitting. So.
Okay, so I'm going
Or a turn in another one.
to put it there. Yeah, your go.
Cool.
Well, no, it's not necessarily.
No, it's
is
not
it?
necessarily my go. I'm hoping it's not. It's not.
It
It's
is
you.
my go.
So some of the torpedoes have got to move now.
So they do.
So I'd probably go for the ones that are further away, because you want to get them.
Yeah.
You want to get them moving so that.
So
I mean, it doesn't. It
we
doesn't matter.
activate
They've all got to
him.
move. So as soon as we activate, we move the torpedoes in a straight line, 40 centimeters. So I'm going to move that plume marker out of the way. So 40 centimeters, basically to there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're thinking out this. That's that one. To that. And then this one.
You got these in a nice line, didn't you?
Yeah. There's 40.
40 is going to be to there.
So it's almost going in front of that one. Like there.
Yeah. There you go.
See? That was a good shot.
That was a good shot. It does at least tell me now that where I've got to move my ship, which I'm quite pleased about.
And now he gets to move, doesn't
My
he?
tank,
as well?
should I say.
So he's going to combat speed. So I continue his movement now.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Running out of space to put my things. So to 13 to there. And then I suppose he's going to get shot by his torpedo.
He'll be alright. He'll be alright.
I'm going to just going to tweak him a teeny bit.
Yeah. Well, look, the closer you can get to me,
Yeah.
the better.
And then, oh, this is going to be very close.
Broadside me.
Yeah. 13 to
That's
there.
like we're in the Napoleonic Wars.
Combat speed. Yep, I can basically see your captain.
Yeah. As they turn that 20mm cannon rounds. Brown pants time. Okay, so it's going to be up to 7s.
Mhm.
You're moving at combat speed, so you're not going to get the extra one. I've moved over 30, so it's going to drop you down to 6s.
Yep.
It's going to be 6 or less. So on everything.
Even the one at the back?
Oh, you've got HMG as well. So,
yeah, I've got this twin HMG at the back.
So let's roll what you've got and then another red one afterwards.
Okay,
so the twin
blues
HMG.
for machine guns, reds for the big one. That one misses.
Yeah, it was a 6 or less, so the machine guns miss.
Okay.
The single 20mm hits,
And then
but you've got the HMG on the back.
which is 6 or less
It's
as
going
well.
to be 6 or less as well, yeah.
1 hit.
Hits. So it's 2d6 for the HMG.
Cool. 7.
Is it a twin HMG, by the way? Can you just
It
check
is a
that for
twin
me?
HMG. It
Because
says twin HMG.
I'm guessing you get an extra dice because it's a twin.
Would you like to check it?
No, we'll say it's an extra dice because it's a twin.
10.
10
total.
10 total, and then you've got your single 20mm, which is just 3 dice. with a chance of a crit.
Ooh.
No, but it's another 10. Is that 20 hull points?
Yeah, I did 20.
So I'm down to 4 hull points on this
We're
poor
getting
little.
hammered.
We're gonna for a bit of thematic.
Put a bit of fire on him.
Yeah, he's struggling. He's not
doing
He's
so
not loving
well.
life at the moment. Can we
Good
get
job
onto
he's at
the-
sea. Lots of water to put that.
Yeah, I don't think any amount of water in the sea is going to save him now.
Yeah.
He's on 4 hull points.
Wow.
A single shot should be enough to finish him off. He's got no torpedoes, so that's pretty much his turn done. It is your last dice,
Okay.
which means the tank is going to be the very last vessel.
So we're
to
going to
go.
loose off his 40 centimetres of torpedo.
Yeah, I will assist. So 40 centimetres is going to be. I make the line about there.
So that's to there, I think. So that was to there, was it?
Yeah. And then the other one, which you've just knocked,
There you go.
is going to be about there.
It looks like it's going the other side of that red line. So it's there.
There. Cool.
You definitely need a cooperative other person to help you with these torpedoes.
Oh, yeah. Look, most of the games that we make are meant to be played with beer and pretzels.
Yeah.
So, so the thing that you've got to try and remember is those two are from that ship.
Right.
And those two are from that.
Why is that important?
MTB. Just so when you activate them, you activate that boat, you know which ones are going to move first.
Right. Okay.
Sadly, I think I'm going to run into some of these. Well, no, you've got to go first. So he was the one that was moving at full speed.
So he can drop down to combat speed for this, which means he's going to do slightly less. So his first move was 12 because he's the smaller one, isn't he?
Yes,
So 12.
I believe so.
Oh no, your fire went out.
Oh no, I think it's just blowing around because it's a bit windy out there.
12. Those plumes go.
Now, if you wanted to, you could split your fire.
Yeah.
So you could move another 12.
Yeah.
Get yourself to about there.
I'm going to turn a little bit.
Okay, you want to get up close and personal again.
Yeah.
Don't forget you have got another ship there that, at the moment,
I might crash into.
might crash. Yeah.
But 12.
I say ships, they're boats. They're
They
not
I
ships.
think it should. Oops, sorry, it should be okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. He was at combat speed, by the way.
So, oh, sorry. Now he's at combat speed.
Yeah. Now, are you going to let everything go onto...
I'm going to try and blow up at least one of your boats. 'Cause this guy I'm not too worried about anymore because he's going in this direction.
You can turn.
Yeah, but
I have to admit, this is not going very well for me at all.
I'm kind of going straight onto your dudes. Can I have him turn as well at the end of that movement and still hit you fine?
Yeah, you can turn
So-
back this way, of course.
So I can, because that won't affect.
Well, if it takes you outside of 5 centimetres, it will make it.
Should.
It will, yeah, because 5 centimetres is a lot shorter than you think it is.
Yeah, I think I was outside of it anyway. Then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Doesn't matter. I still fancy my chances.
Cool. So it's going to be starting on
So he can hit you with everything.
a 5.
He can hit you with his 20s, his twin MG.
I'm going to
and
say
his HMG.
your HMG is going to have to fire through your own ship.
Yeah, I'd give you that.
So if you wanted to, you fire the HMG
I mean,
over here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be outside of his arc, wouldn't it?
No,
Okay.
definitely not. Definitely not.
I'd be tempted to say that the rear machine gun would have to shoot through this guy too, just to be nice to you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Your HMG, but the wheelhouse.
Oh, the MG on the. He's got 2 MGs in the middle.
Yeah. So there and there. So
Oh,
they're
okay,
fine.
they're
yeah.
fine.
But
It's just
then
that one then.
your HMG.
Okay.
So
well,
let's do the HMG first because it's the less dramatic one.
Okay,
so
so
that's
it's
going to be
one
hitting on 5. I've moved it to combat speed, so down to a 4. You've moved to combat speed. So you're all right, aren't you? Because what's your combat speed? It's less than 30, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's
Um,
24.
so it's going to be 4 or less.
Okay. Here we go.
It's a hit. It's an HMG, so it's 3 dice.
Ooh,
Twin
nice.
HMG. 6. So 6 off the
Nothing
new
special.
chap. So he's down to 49. And then the other one's going to
2
be...
blues in a row.
It's going to be the same again because you're not within close range.
Yeah.
Everything's moving at the same speed as that one, so it's going
6
to be
or less.
6 or less. Yeah. No, 4 or less.
4 or less.
4 or less.
And
The ones that you wanted to hit.
Yeah.
So
One machine gun is one.
single D6
Single
machine gun.
5.
That's enough to sink it. So sadly, my poor S100.
They're really nicely
gone.
painted.
They're really
ones,
nicely,
just
yeah.
got bullied.
I did like how you picked on my favourite ship.
He's the one that came closest first. So.
Cruel man. And I didn't even get to resolve my engine hit from last time. Okay, so it's going to be my last dice.
There is one dice left.
Which is my tanker.
Who's about to pilot
Well, he's got to
himself.
move 5 centimetres to begin with.
Which
so
is straight into
that's
one
his
torpedo.
5 centimetres to there.
Okay.
I've then got a 30-degree turn I can make.
Right.
Which I'm going to go to there.
Oh, are you going between them?
I am, yeah, 2 right I am.
So one torpedo will be missing.
One definitely is missing. I've got another 5 to there.
Yeah.
And then my other 5. And I'm gonna miss because we're not
That's
counting.
the wake of the boat.
It's the wake of the boat, yeah.
It's just for cinematic purposes.
Yeah, to there. But next turn, when you activate, if you activate before I go, even then 15 centimetres is less than the length of the boat. So
Yeah.
I mean, I might just be able to do it because 15 would take my tail to there.
Yeah.
The stern to
I have
there.
just realised that I am about to shoot my ships in the back.
That torpedo, they won't take your ship.
Oh, they go under, won't
They
they?
go under, yeah.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Okay, so we'll call that turn.
Yeah.
We'll gather the dice back in, we'll have a bit of a tidy up, and we'll start the next one.
Sweet.
Cool, so we're back for turn 3. This is going to be a real quick game, I think.
Yeah.
Right, so it's not looking good. I've lost a ship. My tank has just managed to skirt some torpedoes, but it's a shame we haven't got a nice close-up of how that's looking.
We have from the table count.
Oh yeah, cool. Because we've got one. I mean, if you get to activate before I get to activate, these torpedoes are going to just plough into this poor tank.
It is all down to what dice comes
Rommel's
out.
lunch is not looking good.
Yeah. It is all down to what dice is drawn from this bag. Let me do the honours. Look at the vein in Charlie's forehead.
Hey! Right, can I get away with it? It's a German dice.
It's going to make a few of them miss.
It is definitely going to make a few of them miss. In fact, I reckon I can make all of these miss, mate.
Oh.
So I can move 15 centimetres.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go flat out at 15
You need
centimetres.
to, yeah.
Just going to shift this one because we know this one's missed.
Yeah, he's already gone off.
So, just so you know, I'm not cheating, you can watch me move this along 15 centimetres.
One of my torpedoes is missing.
And that's where it stops, just there.
Yeah. Every torpedo.
Look at that for a bit of tactical captainship.
If only
thing.
the first dice had not been one of them.
I'll take that though. I'll take that every day of the week. That's what you get for concentrating on my poor little ship. Yeah, that's a bit more worrying because that's definitely within 40 centimetres.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next dice is bound to be a British dice.
Has to be.
It is indeed. Well, now. Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure?
Well,
I think you could always start. In fact, you don't. Well, you've got no choice. This guy is going to hit this.
Yeah.
This tanker now.
so I'll finish you off with that because these are going to be. That is obviously going to hit you.
Yeah.
That.
Well, let's get the laser line on that one.
I think that may not. That's going to miss.
That one's going to miss. So you're pinning all your hopes on one torpedo.
Hey, he's got another 2 torpedoes.
This guy's going to have to start chasing after him now as well. To use
well, they're
his
just all going to put
torpedoes.
alongside you. Hammer. So this torpedo's been whiffed.
Yeah.
So 40 centimetres, is it?
40 centimetres, yeah. You can, and it's 47 centimetres every turn.
It's just going to be over here.
For 3 turns. They can move 120 and then they just sink.
Okay.
But that one is definitely going to fly straight ahead. And we get into the mechanics of hitting with torpedoes.
The one single torpedo.
So he's going to zip
Zip, zip, zip.
straight up here, just round the wake of that ship. And clunk.
So how does the torpedo work?
So it's on a D10 again.
Yep.
You start on a 4.
Yep.
The target is a large vessel, so it goes up to a 6 or less.
And I'm moving at slow speed.
Target speed, your speed doesn't matter because it's already in the water.
Yep.
Target speed, I have only moved 15, so there's no modifiers to that.
Yep.
And your crew is regular, so no modifiers. So you're still just looking for
A 4.
a 6 or less.
Oh, 6 or less.
6 or less on a
Come
D10.
on, 6 or less.
Oh,
6, 9.
There's a 1 for a second there.
It was.
So what happens is they've misjudged the depth,
And it's just gone under.
and it goes underneath and carries on. And
How
at which
rubbish.
point it would disappear.
So now I continue my
So
movement.
sadly, I'm going to just to clear the table up a little bit. I'm going to clear.
Yeah, because they're going to disappear.
Yeah,
off,
there's
right?
nothing they can hit now. They're just going to plough into the headland and maybe make some more
Can he turn before he moves? Or
caves
not?
in here.
No, he
No,
can't.
it's always at the end of your first
So 13.
interval.
So he's going to end up here. And going to turn him.
You can drop. Was he moving slow speed?
He was,
Combat speed.
Slow speed.
Slow speed. I see. So you can stay at slow speed.
Yeah, he's going to stay at slow speed.
Is that going to give you 15 centimeters for your
That's
torpedoes?
what
Because
I'm
that's the
hoping.
important thing. Yes.
Yeah. So there, he's going to drop his next 2 torpedoes.
Now before he does that, does he not want to make a shot with his twin 20
Yes, he
machine
does.
guns?
So
So your machine gun's total range is actually only 30 centimeters.
he's close.
But it's definitely within. It's just going
Yeah.
to be over half range this time. So the machine guns are going to be at 3 or less.
Yeah, they're they're 18, 19.
3 back up to 4.
What are these doing? Oh, those are going to go.
Large, so 5 or less for your machine guns.
Okay.
So 2 blue or 2 red, it's entirely up to you.
2 blue, 5 or less.
5 or less,
One.
one's a hit, so single machine gun. And then your 20 is
4 damage.
4 damage on the tanker, so it's dropping it down to 81.
Like 20.
First damage on the tanker, and I'm halfway across the board, Rick.
You are, but you're about to get hammered.
I reckon I've snuck this now. I think you pinned all your hopes on all those torpedoes.
I did.
So your 20 mil, is that within? It's within 19, you said, isn't it? So
Yeah.
you're within half range, so that's fine. So 5 or less. You're at slow speed, so it goes up to a 6.
Ooh.
I'm a large vessel, so it goes up to a 7.
7 or less with 1 dice.
So 1 dice for your twin 20.
5.
It's a hit. So 4 dice.
Sweet. And this can crit.
This can crit. Loads of 6s.
And it's crit twice.
So what's that? 12.
Plus
18.
6, 18.
Ouch. Okay, so 18 is going to drop me down to 63, I think.
So I get to roll 2 d10s, do I, this time for the damage table?
Yes, on the critical hit table, which is never a good thing.
First, well, I might as well do it at the same time.
Yeah, go for it. So there's a 10 and a
10
6.
and a 6.
So your 6, let's do that first. That's crew hit. No shooting this activation. I can't shoot anyway. A skill test must be passed to give any orders. If the test is failed, the vessel will continue in a straight course at the same speed as it was going
like you care.
during the previous activation. On the subsequent activation, the crew take over control of the vessel, so orders can be given as normal. Place a crew hit token. So we're going to get crew hit on here.
Doesn't make much difference, does it? I suppose.
Well, I've already activated. It's only if I want to try and avoid your torpedoes next turn.
And the 10?
The 10. So 10 would normally be torpedo hit.
Right.
I've got no torpedoes.
Okay.
So it immediately changes to extra damage to structure,
Sweet.
which is not great. So it's just an extra 2d6 damage.
Nice.
You don't get criticals though from this damage.
That's a shame.
It's
7.
still at 7 though.
Yeah.
So it's going to put me on 56. So
Getting
in a
there.
round, you've
Yeah.
gone from 85 to 56.
That's
Right?
pretty good. That's just with 1.
That's just with one.
And now he's going to drop his torpedo.
These are the most potent Vospers I've ever played against.
Really?
Normally everybody complains that the Vospers are rubbish comparison to the
These are
the
beasts.
S-boats, but you are
These are just
you're
absolute
proving them wrong,
beasts.
mate. So there's 2 more fish in the water. What we're looking at for your lines, let's get that laser
Being a
line.
bit more sensible with this.
Well, bear in mind that I can move 5 and then start to turn.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to spread them out a little bit to force
You've
me.
got to go into that regardless of whether you move 5 or
Very
not.
true, yeah, very true.
That one...
But if I activate, the only other thing I would say is if you end up activating all your ships before me, that would miss next
That one.
turn. And there's a chance that all your dice could come out before my dice. Because you've got 4 and I've got 2. So I would spread you, yeah.
Now it will touch the nose of your ship.
There you go.
That
And-
one will miss, but I'm banking
Yeah,
on...
so you've spread
There you
your luck out a little bit.
Now that will touch the nose of your ship. Right? The very, very tip.
Yeah, that's a close technical. Right, okay, so next dice, what we on? It's another German one.
So that's you.
Yeah. The one I want to go after is that
Yeah?
one back there, but he's too far away now. Okay, so combat speed. I've got to move. What's this guy moving? 13, isn't he? I've got to move 13, and then I'm going to turn. Can I get that far around? I'll get back there. And then another 13. And I'm going to try and broadside you with my bigger guns. And you're at slow speed, which makes you a bit of an easier target.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got on the front a single 20 and then a 30mm on the 37mm on the back. I think it is 37. Yeah, 37. So where's my little ruler gone? I'm not within point blank, but I'm definitely within half range. So starting on a 5. Firing vessels moved, so no modifiers for my speed. +1 for your slow speed. -1 for your small, so still on 5s.
Cool.
So blue's the single 20 and red's the 37. Both miss. Atrocious. And it's not really worth sticking the 2 plumes on because... Oh, I've got some machine guns though.
Yeah.
I'll shoot those machine guns. So they're going to be on...
So the plumes will help the machine guns, yeah?
No, because it needs to be 3 plumes,
okay.
Well,
one of them might help.
One machine gun hits for 6
Wouldn't
damage.
that...
2 damage.
I was going to say, you could have shot the one machine gun, added a plume, and then rolled the next one.
Machine guns don't add plumes.
Oh, okay.
It's got to be a 20mm or above.
Something that's going to...
Actually, create a plume.
No.
So strategically, does that advantage you to shoot your less powerful weapons first in lots of circumstances?
Yeah, I would say so, because the more, if you're starting and you're rolling through, you go plume, 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 and then it does become easy to hit. So,
Yeah.
So there's a tactical choice made in the order of weapons firing.
Yes, but you do have to declare that you're firing everything at a target.
Yes.
And then go through the order that you're firing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's him activated.
It's probably
That's
just
all
be
you.
me.
Yeah. So you get to choose what you're going to do. Mate.
Right, fine.
We've got a collision to worry about here.
So let's do the collision first.
Okay, so we both get to make a skill check to try and avoid the collision.
Okay.
So you're the attacker essentially.
Yeah.
To begin with.
The rammer.
So on a
It's gonna
5 plus.
On a 10.
On a D6.
D6. Yep.
You can avoid the collision. So you
How?
basically just make a turn and come alongside it.
Okay. 5 plus.
Yeah.
5
plus.
Nice.
So you do avoid the collision.
So where do I end up then?
You can literally just turn so that you're going to come over this way. So you can make the turn at the beginning, or you can make the turn there and then sort of...
Yeah. So I'll end up then... Oh, sorry. I can't see.
So yeah, you're basically going to move here. 13, but instead of colliding, you're going to go...
So I'll move to the side a bit, and I'm
Yeah.
just going to stop him at the 13 here, because I'll drop him down to the...
Slow speed. Well, yeah, you want to try and avoid hitting that wake as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, slow speed. You're definitely within 5 centimeters
Mhm.
of everything. It's 5 guns away.
Yeah. Because he's got all his guns, hasn't he?
He has. So
I may
he's
as
single
well-
20.
At the end of that, I can turn him at the end of that too, can't I?
Yeah, don't turn him too far though. Remember that
Turn
5
him.
centimeters isn't that long.
Sunk a ship. He was at combat speed, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
5 centimeters. So you were still within 5. Within 5.
It's just in case I get the next, so I'm not going to go straight through your
into
way.
the wake. Yeah, of course.
Right, so I can shoot everything from him. He's the standard ship, isn't he? The Type 1.
He is. Yeah. So
he's got twin HWG, MG, and a 20mm.
he does
They
indeed.
can all hit you.
So starts with a 5 up to a 7. You've moved at slow speed, so up to a 8. It's a large ship, so it's up to a 9. So it's anything but a 10, mate.
On everything.
Everything.
So 2 big, the front big gun first.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
It misses.
The
It's
2
about
machine
time.
guns.
It's about time.
Oh my god, misses.
And then your HMG at the back. It
Hits.
hits. Okay, so your HMG, so you can roll the machine guns.
Absolute
together.
worst rolls I've ever had.
So that's your HMG, and then there's one for your machine gun.
Okay.
No crits available on these,
So
but it's still a good amount of damage.
15.
Ouch, 15. So that's going to stick me on 30.
Roll a 10 or below when I roll 2 10s. That's just, you know. gonna happen, isn't it?
So I was thinking I might get off the table at one point. I'm not now. I'm 31 hull points.
Next activation.
I feel there should be a little bit of smoke sort of starting to drift up from this tank.
I'm going to take this guy down to his slow speed, which means he's just going to move 13.
Yeah, it's still you as well, isn't it? It's all you.
Yeah. Which puts him. That's why I was finding that difficult.
You're gonna end up going a little bit
further than I'd like.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to. I'm maybe tempted to carry on a combat.
Yeah.
And start
Get behind
trying to bring him round.
Well, I can do that, can't I? I can turn him a little bit.
Just obviously don't put yourself directly in front of your other ship as well.
I'd be fine.
What was he at combat? So he could go up to full speed if you wanted to.
He's going to crash, I think, if I continue on this route. He's not going to be able to turn that way.
He's got a red arc, so you underestimate that that's actually quite a large...
He ends up there, right?
Yeah.
So what's the tightest I can turn to the left?
Within that full 45-degree arc, so
like...
basically to there. You're going to make me find it. Wake rules, aren't you? I knew this was going to happen.
No, I can avoid the wake. I'll stop shy of the wake.
No, it's okay. I can.
Okay, cool. I'm going through the wake.
No, 24. It doesn't happen often.
And that's at combat speed.
Okay, so crossing a wake, inexperienced crews in a tiny or medium-sized vessel. It's only inexperienced crews, so you're regular, so it's okay. They're experienced enough to avoid splashing around in my wake.
So then we go for my last dude.
You're not going to shoot with him?
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
I hate to be the one to point that out.
He's going to shoot with everything. It's not 5 seconds.
Do you not want to move him though? Well, no, because you could activate him first next turn anyway. But it makes sense to get those shots off. So not within 5, but he's definitely not within long range. It's the same as the last time.
Everything can hit.
So it's basically going to be a 7 because the only one you're not getting is the point blank.
So large front gun. 7 or less.
7 or less.
5.
Hits.
It does hit this time.
Yeah.
Large back gun. 3 does
Hits.
hit.
Yeah.
2 machine guns. They hit. Oh, that one doesn't. That's a 9.
Cool. So let's do the machine guns first. That's 4 dice for your machine guns.
Is it? Oh, that's more than I remember.
Yeah, 3 for the HMG, 1 for the machine gun.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because they can't crit.
Yes, yeah.
10, 14.
14. Man. So that's going to drop me down to 17.
Wow, and now I'm hitting with the big one.
Yeah.
So how many dice was that one? 4.
It's a single, so it's just 3.
3 dice.
Single 20.
Well, you got lucky that time.
Yeah, I did.
So
9.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Still not great, you know. And that's going to stick me on 8 hull points, mate.
Last guy now. He's going to combat speed.
It's all gone wrong.
Those torpedoes are just whiffed, so should we just...
Yeah, they can go, that's fine.
Over that way.
He's just going that way. I just want to make sure you don't go crash. You aren't going to go piling into your own ships. I think I'm going to survive a turn though. By the way,
I'm going to drop him down to slow speed though, and just do the 13.
Okay.
Stopping him here.
Yeah.
He's not going to crash into anybody there, and it makes it that bit easier for me to shoot.
You could, if you wanted to, turn and come through the middle of those two, but let's not worry about that. Yeah.
Oops! I blew your fire out again.
I think it probably needs to be something more like that now.
Yeah.
No, because I'm not dead yet. Let's keep it out of the way so we can actually see what's going on.
So I'm going to shoot at you if I can. I think the front guns can. Probably everything else is obscure.
Behave.
No.
So you've just moved that guy.
That's true.
That's definitely through your own ship.
Okay.
That is.
Yeah.
So we're going to call it that turn.
Yeah.
So that's the end of turn 3. We'll gather the dice in, we'll tidy up, and we'll start turn 4. Right, so we're starting back with turn 4. I keep looking over there for the camera and it's right there. I'm stalling because I'm nervous. I think I've got a whopping 8 hull points left on my tanker, and I feel like this S-boat looks like he's had enough, he's gone home.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this isn't going well, see you later, chaps.
It
is, yeah. It could be worse, it could be a defector, and unfortunately, it's going to be one of yours first.
And now it's going to be Torpedo Joe.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, I've knocked that slightly, so he was actually online with the... I'm just wondering if you're better waiting for me to go.
Well, they're going to hit you regardless, so I may as well loose them now.
Because I'd be moving 5 and then turning quite a way, so that's going to bring me to about... Yes, I still think...
Yeah? I mean,
I don't know if you've got a better chance of me moving and then loosen the torpedoes.
why would that be? You'd be over this way more.
Well, no, because I only move 5 and then I've got a full 30 degrees to turn, haven't I? So I can start bringing it round quite easily. But
they're
you're
going to
right,
hit you
let's
anyway,
get these
right?
torpedoes. Well, you hope they are.
Yeah, well, yeah. True. Let's do it. Let's
do it. Come on, yeah.
We know they're going to activate, right?
You adjust.
Like on the nose.
Yeah, literally
Like,
on the nose.
Yeah.
They're just within 15 centimetres.
Yeah.
So you're starting on 4 or less. It's a large vessel, so going up to 6s. I'm still moving at a decent speed, so it's going to be 6 or less for both your torpedoes.
Come on, we need it. We need 6s or less.
You do,
Don't
yeah,
give me
you
10s.
do.
Come on, don't give me 10s. 4 and 7.
So there's one
in.
miss. So we're going to say this front one because that one was the one that was a bit
Yeah, that one's just
straight underneath.
But we got one torpedo hit.
Into the headland.
Probably means you're going to blow up unless I get.
Well, it does, but so we know it's hit.
Yeah.
It's made contact, but now we're going to find out whether it's a dud or not.
Great.
So, because you're on the irregular crew, it's a 5 or a 6 to make sure you've maintained it properly.
God, this is so terrible. Come on.
Torpedoes, that's why you get low.
Yeah.
So this is going to be overkill. So torpedoes are difficult to hit with, but when they do hit, they get a whopping 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 d6 damage.
How much health have you got?
8. So there's no way you can't kill me with this torpedo.
Right.
If you throw any on the floor, they don't count. You've lost them.
Okay. Well,
There you go. You see, I know you well enough
was
to know
fine.
you were going to throw some on the floor. Go on, chuck them in this tray. Let's see how much of an overkill this is.
how much? Oh, 2 of them bounced out.
Just one because there's a
Just
spare
one,
dice.
yeah.
But you go on, re-roll that one in the tray. So we've got. So you don't get crits from a torpedo because they're doing enough damage anyway. Are you adding this up?
No.
Okay, look, I'm going to pair it off into 10s then.
Okay.
So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Yeah.
60 points of damage from one torpedo.
How much did you start with?
85.
So, wow.
So one torpedo, if you can get them to hit successfully, they are definitely worth doing.
You have been...
I've been annihilated. It's definitely blown up. In fact, you like this. It might only be punch-out cards, but on the reverse, there is indeed a destroyed tanker.
Exploded.
So hopefully that gives you an idea of the core mechanics and how the game plays. It can be quite fast and furious.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. It's gone by in no time. I think that's the worst I've ever fared in this scenario, because normally people can't roll the dice for toffees with the Vospers, but yeah.
My playstyle worked, I just swarmed you.
You did,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so had I been a bit more savvy with my torpedoes, I'd have aimed them
Spread them
more
out
to the front.
a little bit.
I aimed them to what I thought was the front, didn't quite realise you were moving that far.
Yeah,
They ended
yeah.
up going behind you. So
I
that's
think
cool.
spreading them out a bit as well and getting a nice spread is going to guarantee at least one of them's going to hit.
So you've got nowhere to actually sort of avoid and move.
Yes.
That's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Ace.
Cool.
Right.
Well, congratulations. Well done.
Good job.
Yeah.
You lost your sandwiches.
I lost my sandwiches. I lost Rommel's sandwiches. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah,
You know.
you're fine.
He didn't survive till the end of the war.
No. So that didn't go too well for Charlie, unfortunately. Maybe I lucked out. Didn't really understand how the torpedoes
I can't
worked.
remember the last time I won a game against you, if I'm honest.
I don't know.
It's becoming a bit of a habit.
So, as a lot of you guys know who have followed me going from like place to place playing games against people, I seem to do quite well. Especially if I've never played the game before.
You've obviously done something to please the dice gods. I'm thinking there's some sacrifices going on here off camera, but...
I put it normally down to the person teaching me just being nice.
yeah, that's definitely not the case. Really
But
not.
But yeah, I mean that was really fun.
Yeah.
Again, I like smaller size games. I like the quicker games. Cool. The torpedo mechanic is ace.
It's naval combat for those that haven't played naval combat before.
Right.
It's not meant to be an accurate simulation of World War II naval combat. And we've gone for MTBs at the core of the game because they're fast, they're furious. It's all about coastal actions rather than big battleships shooting cannons that fire over, hundreds of kilometres. It's the guys that are up close and personal getting crunchy. Your torpedoes are only really effective against the larger vessels, but that's why we have things like the tanker and stuff in the game for you to be able to pick a target out.
Boy, are they effective.
Yeah, they can be effective, yeah. As long as you can get them off. As long as you can get them off. And it's not easy, you saw that, guiding those torpedoes is really quite difficult.
So yeah, there's a lot of sort of working out where they're going to go, like anticipating where they're going to go, and a little bit of the luck of the activation order.
Yeah, definitely. That's what's nice about the random activation is it really changes what's going to happen. You've got to spread your odds, thinking, right, okay, is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? Who's going to get to go first? And I think we saw when I managed to get away early in that, was it the third turn? When I was being faced with 6 torpedoes. That was pretty skillful
That
just got me through. But if I hadn't gone first, I'd have at least copped 2 torpedoes. And then there could have been a couple more after that, and that would have been game over.
But then they could have been duds, so...
Very true, very true.
So the torpedo mechanic is one that I've never seen in any.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's it can be crunchy when you've got to track all those torpedoes, but I'd recommend just painting them slightly different colours for each ship. You could always number the underside of the torpedoes if you wanted to, but they used to be coloured loads. So some of them would be bare metal, some would be black, and then they'd have yellow tips, red tips.
Yeah, I guess there's no harm in changing the tip colour to match your ship.
Yeah, of course not. Of course not.
I can see how that would be a bit tricky.
Yeah.
But otherwise that was grand, and like we said at the start, everything that we've used other than the extra large terrain and the extra large game mat. Where's the game mat from?
The game mat is Deep Cut, so Deep Cut Studios.
Cool.
Beautiful mat, really
it's lovely.
Beautiful mat.
I love all these large printed mats. It says here Deep Cut Studios.
There you go.
So besides those 2 things and the dice bag, everything else here comes with the starter set.
It does indeed, yeah. So you get a load of dice, you're going to get loads of tokens, everything you need to keep track of what's going on in the game. Your lovely rulers, which have got the all the modifiers on the back.
Yeah, those are brilliant. I like quick start guides. I like easy to play guides. Having it on the back of the ruler is actually a really nice way of working down. What happens. So that's a really nice touch. Good quality card as well on these.
Yeah, the card stock's really good. Really good.
So they're not going to get mashed up.
Yeah, no, to be fair, it's been great. We love playing it. Like I say, it's meant to be nice, fast, casual beer and pretzels game. But yeah, hopefully you've got a good idea of what it's like.
Last question: you can buy resin?
You can buy
metal?
resin tankers. Of course you can. And like I said, there's a number of other ships available, so you can go for some much larger ships, which are sinkable with torpedoes.
Okay.
But they also come with much larger guns on them as well.
Right, okay.
So you're talking like 88s, 4-inch guns, and they really do pack a punch.
I've got my the Das Boot somewhere.
Yeah, that you can see. We do have rules, and they're light rules, but there are some light rules for submarines in there as well. So again, they would come up to surface, let the torpedoes go, and then disappear again.
Right,
so that's always good.
So lots of extra mechanics to play into.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that. Worth giving it a crack and playing through the starter scenario. So anyone who's been interested in how this game plays, and I know there's quite a few of you who mentioned that, and just actually seeing the game in play.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. We'll be getting Charlie back again for some other of Warlord's games.
I think some more Cruel Caesars in order as well. I want to get this
rematch.
Too right.
A Cruel Caesar rematch. Well, we've got a lot on the cards to keep you occupied. So if you're not enjoying us murdering each other on the battlefield, you can enjoy us having some relaxing time painting together in one of our other videos that we did. And there'll be plenty more like that for you guys as well. Cool. So thanks very much, Charlie.
Pleasure. Thank you.
My commiserations once more.
Yes. Sure.
Lovely. Take care, everybody.
Cheers.